Hello, world. Welcome back to the UnChristian Network. Thank you for joining us on this amazing Tuesday. And you are on Intimate Moments with. And I bring you the most interesting, the most impactful, the most hardworking people that I can find in this world to come and tell us their story. And we come and find out a bit better about who they are. And today is no different. I've got Ama Mohapi in the house, and she is a business coach, she is a life coach, personal coach, she is a podcaster as well. So much work that she's doing, and we're just going to get to know a bit more about this fascinating, powerful powerhouse of a woman. I don't know if she's in Bogoto, she'll tell us, but these days I hear you all don't want to be in Bogotos.
No, we don't.
You want to be feathers.
I think we both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we,
so
we must appreciate
I am still in Bogoto,
both sides.
and I am not just a full-time Bogoto.
Yes,
but thank you for that amazing
Welcome.
intro.
Welcome.
Thank you.
First question I ask everyone who comes on this show is, how are you?
I am flowing like water.
What does that mean? Tell me.
It means
I wanna flow.
everything in my system is very much balanced. My soul is balanced.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So
How did you
feel
get there?
great. It's work.
Yeah, I can
It's a lot
imagine.
of work.
It's not automatic,
it's
is
behind
it?
the scenes work.
Yeah.
It's spiritual work. Since I know most of your audience are spiritual people.
Sure.
It's spiritual work that I put in. Most of it is meditation.
Interesting.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I began this year, I didn't do New Year's resolutions, like goals, right?
Yeah. Don't do
And
that.
as a fact, I heard God say to me, I need to stop that, and I need to rather be the man that can accomplish these
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Because you can have goals, but if
Yes.
you're not the person
Yes.
that can
You can't
sustain.
show up. You can't show up for the goals.
Yes.
I like that.
So I've been working a lot on self. What are
Yes.
some of your self-building practices that you do?
You.
Self-work practices.
We might be here the whole day.
Yeah, come on.
But I love what you just said, that you didn't do resolutions.
Yeah.
Because resolutions are something that we commit to from excitement.
Yes.
And we can't sustain them. And the reason behind that is because they're not realistic most of the time.
Yeah, true.
People do set resolutions and actually attain them.
Yeah.
But that is why I don't even coach on resolutions. I coach on goals. So I love what you just said, that you need to focus on yourself. I am very big on personal development. It's my highest value. Therefore, I'll spend, you see books, I was even checking out what you have. I will spend a lot of money on
Investing
personal
here.
development. So to answer your question, I read. I attend as many training sessions as I can.
It's amazing, man.
On personal development.
Yeah.
I meditate twice a day. I do a journal of gratitude.
I need to learn journaling. Yeah, I heard it helps with clarity of thought.
But you need to also be aware what kind of journaling you want to, focus on, because there's so many. There's my dear diary. I've never done that.
Okay.
No, that's when we were teenagers.
Okay.
And I think psychologists were trying to help us.
Yeah, process.
Bond with ourselves, get to know ourselves better. But I think for me, writing what you are thankful for is more powerful.
Wow.
And the power in that is, as human beings, we tend to focus more on things that are not going all right. Things that are going wrong in a day, hence the word stress.
Yes.
But if you take a moment, and it doesn't even take 2 minutes, it doesn't take me 2 minutes, to look at what went right in my day. And that's when actually you get to heal and move to a space where you're more aligned with the things that you want, because you are more thankful. And when you are thankful more, you attract more of things to be thankful for.
It's a good way of looking at it, because when we reflect, we do reflection work and self-introspection, we do it in the negative part. We write what didn't go right.
Yes.
What did I do wrong?
Yeah.
But you are saying note and journal what went
Yes.
right.
And there's nothing wrong with checking what is wrong,
Right.
because that is how you get to fix it. You don't
Sure,
grow
sure.
by staying in these wrong elements.
Yeah.
So you review, but the angle is to not dwell in the things that are going wrong.
Yeah.
Because once I know as human beings we have a habit of looking at the things that are going wrong and then we dwell in them like, oh, I'm so stressed. But I'm saying if you practice to have a specific journal for gratitude and you commit to just write things that are going right. Imagine if you do 10 things a day. Imagine after a month how powerful you'll feel. And the more you do it, because the mind is a muscle, it needs training.
Yeah,
and the
man.
more you do it, the more you attract.
Yeah.
Because your mind is like, oh, you actually like these things. Let me get more
And
of those things.
I can feel like I'm winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what you think, you attract.
Yeah.
So if you think in gratitude, you'll
Absolutely,
attract more of
absolutely.
that. Yeah.
It's amazing. How did it all start for you? Take us back with your background and your family and all of
Yeah.
that. Where do you come from? And
Guatemala.
whatever, girl, Israel girl.
Eastern, the far Eastern, last town. We call it a last town. It's not really the last town, but yeah, if you look at it geographically,
Yeah.
because the other towns, Bandla, they like borderline Pumalang.
That town, like on Nigel.
Yeah, like
Oh,
in
Duduza.
Nigeria,
Oh, my
Duduza.
word, it's
I don't know
far.
where we count them, but
It's still Gauteng, Masonjana.
I don't know. But yeah, so it's far east end.
Yeah.
We including your Duduzas and what.
Yes.
But I don't know why Iguatema is called last town, because it's not.
It's not, yeah.
But I think Abantu Bakhona Bayas feel, I don't know.
Is it after Foslo?
Yeah,
Iguatema.
Foslo isn't towards Joburg. It's
All
next
right.
to Joburg.
Okay.
You still drive most of Foslo as 30 more minutes
Good
into,
zim.
you know. But I grew up there, and I'm the last child of 5. We are 5 siblings, and I went to a primary school at Lokshini, and then I went to secondary school at Khaled School, and then I did industrial engineering at
okay.
Valley University of
Nice.
Technology, and I worked in the engineering space for about 7 years before I decided to venture into the world of business. When I grew up, I was surrounded by love, and that has given me the confidence that I have.
Amazing.
Right? It's not, I wasn't black born. Okay, I think we're all born with it, but it deteriorates due to societal influences. But for me, because I was loved, even if we ate ipapa nekabish, for me that
It was within
I
love.
I only saw love, so there was nothing wrong.
It's a good story.
Yeah.
It's a good African story.
You know?
Most stories are
Yes.
traumatic.
I know, right?
Yay.
I know, and no, I grew up. I had the best childhood.
Lovely, man.
Right, and it
I love to
has
hear that.
shaped the
Yeah.
person that I am. Ngidlalile.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? Ngidlalile a lot. I used to be estradini until very late. When the lights must not, the street
Otherwise,
lights
trouble.
must not come on. Yeah, and I would get home and way late all the time, and mom is like, go bath. but that was my childhood. I played a lot and I was loved, and that has contributed to the woman that I am.
Amazing.
And fast track to when I left engineering, I was feeling unfulfilled. I was feeling that there should be something bigger or more to life, because being saying pilangama overdrafts, having to pull the month end closer,
Sure.
because it was and our lifestyles as young people, we party the entire weekend, and you run out of cash. So I was feeling unfulfilled. Money was not enough anymore. And when I started asking questions, like you're asking me, where did it all start? Started asking questions. What's out there? Because this is not it. The answers came.
The word purpose,
Yeah.
was it in your vocabulary at the time when you were asking these questions?
Yeah.
And so this was fundamentally about a
Purpose.
purpose-seeking journey,
Yes.
right? And how do you define that then versus now?
Then I wasn't clear on what the purpose was.
Sure.
I was aware that what I was living wasn't my purpose.
Isn't it? Yeah.
And I've grown to understand that we all are born with talent.
Right.
And like I said, societal influences kill a lot of the things that we're born with naturally. And luckily, I was able to channel my talent into coaching, because I remember asking my mom, Uguti, what is my talent? Because she's known me the longest.
Yeah.
You know, she said, you can talk.
Yes.
When
Yes.
You know, my friends called me machine gun.
I win that.
Yeah. So I'm very cognizant to not even take over your podcast right now.
Please take over.
You know, so so that the journey of finding my purpose started with asking that question: what is my purpose?
Sure.
And you must be careful when you ask questions. Answers follow.
You will get the answers.
So you must be cognizant to ask the right questions.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Because answers are followed. And an answer followed very soon after I've been asking, you know, because the same year I attracted life coaching. Yeah, that's how I found my purpose. From asking the question, and I used to post motivational talks on, like, it would be like a quote that I would post on Facebook, and people would engage. And I was like, oh, people really need this. And some guy texted me and said, you know, I look forward to mornings because I know you're going to post something that's going to brighten up my day.
Amazing.
So I knew that I would enjoy doing this with people. I just didn't know the structure or how I would go about it in a formal, you know, business way.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And now to even think of structuring it in a business.
Yeah.
How did you get into that? Because now it starts out as a passion, something you love doing, and find joy in doing.
Yes.
But then a bell rings one day in your head, like, okay, I can make a business out of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how did that aha moment come?
Yeah. If I take you through it, Sizokala.
once.
So remember, I was passionate. I wanted to find my purpose, and I decided. I remember I was on a queue to go view Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember when
he passed.
Yeah, when he passed
Right.
at the Union Buildings.
Yes.
I didn't get to see him, but what emerged from that was the motivation to be as big as Mandela was.
My goodness.
Because I was like, this man. I mean, I remember looking behind me, and the number of people that were on the queues to go on the bus that would take us to the Union Buildings. I was like, this man must have been very influential.
How old were you at the time?
This was in 2013.
Sure.
I was still in my 20s.
Sure.
And I was mid-20s.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to be as big as this guy. Even if I don't get to be as big as, you know, as he was. Yeah. Even if I wanted to feel those shoes.
Sure.
Even if I could feel like, you know, that small toe on that shoe, I would feel that I did something great. Yeah. And the motivation came from that day. And soon after that, things rolled. I got into life coaching. Yeah. It found me because I was accompanying a friend to go consult with a life coach. And I got more interested.
Wow.
Right?
Dope.
And I did a lot of businesses after that.
Yeah.
Network marketing, Uber, topic for another day.
My goodness.
But I've done so many.
But that's important.
Yeah.
To flex and to exercise the business muscle.
Yes.
Before we find the thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good.
I didn't even know that I was doing that. Yeah. But now that I've gotten to, you know, create my own content from the experience.
Yes.
I'm coming to your answer.
Yeah.
And how I got to design this business came directly from that, my own personal experience.
Right.
Because when I left engineering, I did not know how much I didn't know about running a business, let alone starting one. I didn't know that. Yeah. How was I going to know? Because our education system doesn't teach us to run the business.
And even if you are taught in class, the experience of it is something. Is something
but
totally
even if
different.
they teach you, I feel like the Academa approach, it's like a textbook method.
Sure.
Which they're just teaching you a syllabus of how to do financials in business. It's not a broader, you know, aspect of how to run a business. Yeah. And I had to learn everything from scratch. And that was a painful process.
Story of all our lives.
Painful process. You know this. And luckily, because the same year when I left engineering, I got my life coaching training. I was able to help myself with those techniques and tools to help get back up.
Wow.
You know? And that's when I realized this is a gap I can feel. Because a lot of entrepreneurs go through these challenges, but who's helping them?
Yes.
How do they overcome them?
Yes.
Already just figuring out a business on its own is so much work.
That's so important because it's so lonely being an entrepreneur. So to have someone who can
You are your
walk,
own cheerleader.
Hey.
You are your own marketing manager. HR,
Hey.
sales, you name it. So I think it's very helpful. It has helped me greatly because I had coaches throughout.
Right.
And that helped me.
Wow.
I think even though it took much longer because I was the guinea pig of my own product.
Of your own process, of our journey, yes.
You know? But having a mentor, having coaches that were showing me how to do all of that helped me move at this journey much quicker in the process because I like shortcuts. I'm an engineer. I want to do it quicker.
Sure.
So, but I can confidently sit on this couch and tell you that I can help any entrepreneur with any problem that they have.
Wow, that's big.
I don't solve it for you.
Yeah.
But I help you see how you can solve it.
Yes.
Because I've been there.
Yes. Yes.
So that's how I got to create my own product.
I love how easily that came out of your mouth. That last I love how easily it came out because we are so afraid to claim our value.
Yes.
And to say it out loud. This is what I can do.
Yeah.
I am damn good at this.
I mean, 9 years of constructing a business.
Yeah.
9 years?
Can put you,
Yeah, that's where it came from.
Yeah.
It wasn't created last year or...
Sure.
Yeah, trial and error.
Yeah.
Feedback from clients. Yeah, and it's still growing because I'm an upcoming business owner investor.
Come on, girl. Yes, I can see it.
I'm glad.
Can you say 100% you were misplaced in engineering?
150%. Going back to what I said about our education system, it trains us to come back and work for the same education system, which can't absorb us now.
Can't.
I mean, the unemployment rate is over 60%.
The youth one is like close to 80.
That's the youth one, right?
Okay.
It's over, exactly, you say close to 80?
It's
Crazy.
scary.
So that means out of 100 young people, only 20 of them are employed. And what are we doing about it?
And where are the others? That the system
what are they
cannot.
doing? This is where depression comes in.
Yeah.
These suicidal rates, these violence that are coming up.
Crime, all of it.
Crime.
Drug abuse.
You name it.
Sure.
But that goes back to the point I'm making about not living our truest purpose.
Yes.
Because we forget the powers that we have. And the power is all in you. It's not going to come from outside.
Absolutely.
But if nobody is training you or teaching you how to access it, that's when you get frustrated because you don't have the resources to even think of how to start a business, let alone think about business. Do you even want to start a business? They're busy job hunting.
Yes.
That's like useless use of time.
Yeah.
Because 80%, like you said, who's going to hire you?
Sure. We also have a shortage of models in terms of black successful businesses.
That is why we are very thankful for this platform. Right?
Yes.
Because even if there are those businesses, nobody gets to see them.
Yes.
So we need to be out there. I'm deliberately out there.
Yes.
So that young people, even if they're not inspired to follow in the footsteps that are, traveled, they can, at the very minimum, be inspired.
Yes. To know that success is possible.
Yeah.
So if it's possible for someone who looks like them,
yes,
it's possible for me too, maybe.
Because that's the advantage that white people have.
Yes.
They see it in their families.
Yes.
We don't have that.
Yeah.
We don't have models in our families that are running businesses where you could see it as a potential or something you can do versus in the white community. if you can see this while you're 3 years old, 5, that's all you know, right?
Yeah.
And your mind gets programmed around it. So we're trying to change
Hey,
that.
yeah,
I
man.
mean,
Awesome.
our kids are gonna have a different perspective.
Different, yeah.
So I think we are changing. The
Yeah, we
world.
are.
Slowly, but
The narrative is shifting.
yeah, it is.
Yeah. What do you think you inherited from your parents or your family
Let's talk about
that is helping you now?
Let's talk about my parents, my family. So I have 2 late siblings,
Okay.
and then my surviving siblings are hustlers.
Okay. So you said 6 kids, right? Or 5?
No, I'm the 5th one.
5th one. And
So
okay.
C3.
C3,
There's
man.
3 of
Okay.
us.
Cool.
It's me and my 2 older sisters.
Sure.
They are hustlers. They'll sell anything and everything. They refuse to go broke. So you can imagine, even if the view of a business that I got from home is not like that of a white person, I still got a view of hustling. So that has shaped my journey as well.
Love it.
I can't give up because I see it. My sister's doing it.
Love it.
My other sister runs a laundry business. You know?
Dope.
My parents. I'm the last child of very old parents. Right?
Right.
The pensioners.
Yes.
But wow, the hustling spirits.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom and my dad sell chicken and fish. They don't make much profit from it. They're doing it for fun. But the fact that they're consistent every month, they show up and
you see
deliver to
that.
their customers. Why would I not
Yeah.
be consistent? So they have also contributed to how I view hustling. And my mom sells dukes, beaded dukes.
Lovely.
She's very creative, my mother.
Yeah.
She's a herbalist. She's got herbs in her garden. People come to her when they're ill.
Dope.
So I do have some, business background from family.
Yeah. I also grew up in a family where my parents there was never a time where they were not selling something.
Yeah.
My mom is a professional nurse who was having
Love that.
a 9 to 5,
Uh-huh.
very academically in tune, educated, moved up even into management at her job before she retired. But they were always selling something.
Yeah.
And as a kid, I remember being at the taxi rank with my dad selling mangoes
Yes.
and peaches from the back of a bakkie.
So
And I
imagine
used to
if you've
touch
got
money.
that experience,
Yeah.
you're never going to have the issue of saying, sales is difficult.
No.
It's embedded in you.
Yeah.
You can get out
Yeah.
and go sell anything.
Yeah. Even during those discouraging days of an entrepreneur's journey, you're like,
Yeah.
listen, I come from a family of non-quitters.
So you can't.
That's
That's not it's not even an option for you.
Hey, man.
Because you don't know what it looks like. What does quitting look like to you?
But let's be honest, it's hard, man.
It is, definitely not easy.
Kunzima.
but-
It's insanity.
Rather that than, like you asked me
Yeah.
how I got into engineering. Like I said, just default. I don't even know
Yeah.
why I followed engineering.
Yeah.
Why engineering?
Jeez.
I can't answer you.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah,
But that is the exposure I had.
Okay.
So exposure plays a role as well.
Sure.
And that's why you're saying we need to change the narrative and show young people that they can do something different.
Yeah.
As opposed to job hunting.
Yeah.
Get a job, get a good pay, work till you retire. That system doesn't work. It's
Sure.
very obsolete.
Sure.
I'm saying this proudly because of that
Yeah.
high youth unemployment percentage.
Yes.
Yeah.
How's the issue of recognizing women in business, equality and transformation in the business sector as well? How is that now? As a woman, young, black, talented, you are there.
Yeah.
Is there still that discrimination? Are you guys still being looked down upon because of the cut of your skin and your gender? Give us like an inside view of that.
So I'm going to talk from my experience.
Of course.
I am now deliberately partnering with women more. Because in my years of being in business, men, when you can have a meeting with a man to discuss business, and before they can go ahead with approving a project that you're supposed to collaborate with them on, there's terms and conditions. the terms and conditions that they don't put on their fellow brothers.
I'm going to let you finish this answer, and we need to come back to this one. Continue. Yes, ma'am.
Right? So those terms and conditions have opened my eyes to say, if I'm going to continue looking up to men
My goodness.
for business growth, I'm not going to get to where I want to get to.
It's not going to happen.
So I need to deliberately look for women in the space that I'm working in. Do collaborations with women. Because now when you go for funding, when you go for any tender, a tender application process, the approval process, it looks at the disabled people,
Yes.
young people,
Yeah.
women.
Yeah.
So women are in power now.
True.
They may not be aware or see the opportunities, but you have to look for them. They're there.
Yes.
There's so many. I believe in abundance.
Yeah.
Right? So I've shifted the way I do business.
Yeah.
And the way I look at how I do business.
Yes.
And I'm not saying I do have business partners that
Sure.
are male.
Sure.
My other business, which is financial solutions, I run it with a male partner.
Sure.
So I still work with men. There are still men who just genuinely would
Just
love
wanna
to
work.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like your work ethic, and they're like, okay, let's work together. But the bigger percentage of the men out there, they just want you to open your legs before you get any deal.
It frustrates me so much. It angers me. Do you know that even in Christian circles, for Christian events,
Yes.
this
It's
is,
everywhere.
and I'm hitting on it because we've spoken about it on this show before. Someone was sitting
Yeah.
there, and they told the story of how they were about to make it into a big gospel group,
Yes.
but in order to get in, they had to sleep with the director.
Yeah,
And
and-
the question is, with BEE, with affirmative action and all of that, how are men still able to gatekeep like that?
Because they are the majority of the showrunners.
Yeah.
They are the gatekeepers.
Yeah.
They are in charge of putting that last signature. And I'm not going to sign this until you've done this.
My goodness.
And unfortunately, there's no contract that stipulates how often must we get in bed
Yes.
before you approve this process. And somewhere down the line, they might not do it.
Yeah.
So I was fortunate in my head
Goodness.
to have decided from the get-go that I'm not going to get in bed with any men that I want to do business with. And I'm not going to get in bed because that is a prerequisite,
Sure.
And even though I've had temptations, you're like, what? It's not a big deal. You think about it because when you're desperate,
Desperation.
yes,
Desperation.
and when things are like you said, it's not easy. When things are tough in business, you get tempted. But luckily, I haven't even once
Yeah, sure.
gotten to the point where I indulge in sexual activities
Sure.
outside of
Yeah.
reasons other than pleasure.
Yeah. Have you seen fellow sisters do that? Take that route. I mean, we're not going to talk about names or anything, but
Yes.
and with
And I don't blame them and I don't judge them. Because you have to do
Yeah.
what you have to do, right?
Yeah.
But then it's just, for me, my values were a bit different.
Yeah. How did the conversation go, or how does it go when you talk to ladies like this? But
Ladies,
Those
some
who
won't
have.
tell you,
Yeah.
some will justify, like, whatever, you're gonna die with this organ one day, and ants are gonna chow it, so you might as well. So there's different responses.
That's right.
Hence I say I don't judge. You need to do what you can.
Yeah.
I mean, we all do what we can with the resources that we have.
Sure.
And it's very unfortunate that men would exploit women like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But the more we have female entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
the less that can happen.
Sure.
Because women will no longer run to men for business. They know they can go to Coach Ama and we can look at collaborating.
But I think there lies the problem, right? The narrative that drives us as men in this toxicity that we objectify women, right, as sexual objects.
Yeah.
Right. That mentality seems to have permeated the mind of the woman themselves, where she now can also say, it's just a body part.
Yeah.
But it's not just the
Programming plays a very big role.
right?
So if we can nip it in the bud,
Yeah.
that is why I want to work from young people from grade 9
That's where it
before
starts.
you even get
That's where it starts.
exposed
Yeah.
or get to a point where men now reprogram this, innocent mind. So I want the fresh minds. Let's
Yeah.
work together while you're still young. Let me help you
Sure.
find what your talent is, because
Sure.
that's how I designed this process,
Yes.
through my own experiences.
Yes.
Hence, I was able to do driving because I love driving.
Sure.
So I'll do any gig
Yes.
that pays
Yeah.
through driving. So I only do things I love. And I'm dedicated to work with young people to help them find who they are, understand that they are powerful, but not only tell them that and show them
Yes.
that this is the power that you have.
Yes.
And then teach them how to access it as well.
Yes.
Because it's one thing me standing in front of a podium
Yeah.
and motivating young people.
Sure.
As soon as I leave, they don't know how to apply that motivation.
Sure.
Then they go back to their normal selves. That is why I do things in a different way. I will tell you what you have within you,
Sure.
and show you how to access it.
I love it.
So you don't get stuck.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody that works with me to ever say, "Oh, I'm stuck here." No.
Yeah. So it might be easy, I don't know, to go to a school and say, "Can I please have 10 minutes in your assembly? Can I talk to
Yeah.
the girls? Can I talk to the young people?"
Yeah.
But how easy is it to actually do it in a form of business, to actually
Yeah.
get a gig where Department of Education says, "Listen, we're going to contract you to do this and this and this and this." So, because it's time, right? It's time that you're taking out of
is.
your schedule.
Yeah.
Besides doing it for free,
Yeah.
are there opportunities?
I am very much looking for them,
Yes.
especially with the high school,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they follow an academia method,
Yeah.
and I don't follow that. I've designed my own products from experience and training.
Right.
And when you approach them, they want you to follow that system. As a result, I haven't even tried.
Okay.
Because people I've had discussions with, they would like, "Oh no, if you go to the Department of Education, they can only give you LO
Hey,
period."
I
And then,
know, no,
so
no.
so I'm designing a masterclass for,
Okay.
it's a career masterclass
Yeah.
where I will be helping the grade 9s to grade 12s
Sure.
to know at the very least what subjects they should select,
Yes.
based on their talents and
Sure.
their strengths.
Sure.
And that masterclass, I will speak to parents. So when I market it, I'm not talking to the schools.
Yes.
I'm not ready to go there yet.
Yes.
Because they are not ready to hear it the way I see it. They're not programmed to see
Sure,
things the way I
sure,
see it.
sure.
But the parents are interested in making their kids to, be the best
Yes.
they can be.
Yes.
Versus the
Love it.
education system, they just want to push the system. So the masterclass will be marketed to the parents. If you want the best for your child, let them get into a career
Sure.
that's in alignment with their talent.
Sure.
That's it. That is the approach.
I love that. Yeah, that was my next question to say. Then, if we don't go through the schools, how do we then access the youth?
Yeah.
The church is also a platform.
Yes.
We are not recognizing that as church people. Me
Yeah.
myself, putting myself in that community.
Yeah.
We're not doing enough there.
That's where the parents are.
Yeah, that's where the parents are. You're making me think.
Yeah.
Think. I love it.
So I am in communication with a lot of pastors,
Good.
church leaders. When the design is ready, I mean, the guys that I'm working on the project with are very big churchgoers. So there's 3 of us. We're working on it. We, as soon as it's ready, we are hitting the ground running.
How's in terms of social media, marketing your stuff and having a reach through social media? Social media is available. You and I can talk about the power of social media.
Yeah.
But how accessible is it in South Africa with the data issues for young kids, Kokasi? If you say, "Guys, let's have a live, Monday, 7 p.m., we're going to have a live, I want to talk to you about this and this," do they even have the data to do that? Can they even hear that message?
What is the biggest nyaupe?
It is social media.
Data.
Data. Get
That's
data.
one thing when a teenager doesn't have
Yeah.
data. They can't function. You can ask them to wash dishes. You can
Bapis, bala,
yeah.
bala, bala.
So that one I don't even
So-
think of it as a problem.
So
For them
banayo
to-
idatha.
Data. No data.
Banayo. All right.
And those who actually struggle, maybe because at home they don't have, they make means. I've seen them.
Hey,
you know
food.
that is it libraries or clinics where you find them
free.
streamlining?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
can make a plan,
Okay.
but they need to also be taught to not be married to, the excuses.
Yes. Come on.
Everyone.
Please talk about that. Talk about that.
People are attached. They are very committed to their excuses. You have all the reasons why
not.
you can't do something, and none of why you should.
Yeah, man.
But who's going to teach you to look at things in a different way? Because you grew up maybe in a household where we are complaining from sunrise to sunset. We'll complain it's raining. We're going to complain about the weather.
And everyone's complaining in the house.
And then we join, and then it's a kumbaya session. And then you get used to that. If we don't learn to unlearn that kind of thinking, we are going nowhere.
Man, you're talking.
We are in one
Yes.
circle nje, of unproductiveness. So young people, business owners, let's look at moving away from being committed to excuses. Excuses don't produce results. And you can spend the whole day.
You're talking.
Mina, if you're my client and and I like how they know when they're about to give me an excuse. When I'm talking to them, they're like coming up with an excuse. I'm like, okay.
It's coming.
You
It's
know,
coming. It's
like
coming.
late coming, why are you late? And then he has all the reasons. But when you try and look at things in a different perspective, you can look at why you have an excuse. If you train your mind
Sure.
to pick up when you have an excuse, that's where the change starts.
Sure.
You can start looking at things in a different way and apply your mind. Uguti, okay, now I'm trying to come up with an excuse. Let me rather look at
Something else.
because there's a way out.
Yes.
And the way out is through that excuse.
Yes. Oof.
The solution
It's
is
through
within the problem.
Hey.
And the
Hey.
problem is not the problem. The way you look at the problem is the problem.
Bars. Come on.
Hence life
Come on.
coaching. As a business mindset coach, I'm able to help you
Sure.
see it from a different perspective.
Right.
It's okay. You've been seeing this as a problem, but what if?
Sometimes
you
I
looked
just
at it
need
this
someone
way?
to talk to and
Yeah.
just help me see it from another angle,
Yeah.
like you say.
Yes.
And then I find the solution
Yeah.
there.
Especially if you're spending so much time being stuck in one problem. There's something wrong with the way you're thinking around it.
Perspective.
Yeah. So if you can't see the way out, or you haven't trained your mind
Right.
to do that, that's where you can consult.
Sure.
Coach,
Sure. Sure.
I'm not seeing this.
Sure.
And the way I've done this so many times, you can call my clients and ask them the minute they come up with whatever problem. My mind, also my subconscious mind, you can train your subconscious mind to do things for you. So the minute they're telling me a problem, it's already going to my subconscious mind, which is well trained, and it's already creating an answer. Before you finish your sentence, I kind of know
Got you.
how I'm going to assist you.
Yes.
And also remember from my own experience,
Yes,
I
yes.
already know, okay, this problem,
Yeah.
this is the solution.
Hence now business mindset
Yeah.
coaching.
Yeah.
This
'Cause
is
there's a lot of
this is what you
business
do.
Coaches.
Yeah. but
There's business
mindset.
coaches that focus on the technical aspect of
Sure.
business.
Sure.
There's business coaches that just do maybe ICT, I don't know. But Mina, I am purely the mind. And I work with business people only. Why? Because if you are not focusing on business, I don't feel you are living your your truest self.
Aibo.
And therefore I want people to be focusing on
Yeah.
their truest self. So if you are also committed to JOB, get your paper, boo-boo.
What are some of these walls that you find in our minds as we sit with you for consultation? You spoke
Yeah.
about the culture of excuses.
Yeah.
What else are you finding that these walls need to be broken down in our
Limiting
mindsets?
beliefs and
Limiting
habits,
beliefs.
unproductive habits.
Amen.
Everything comes from how you see it. Remember, I said it's how you see it,
Yeah.
but the root of it is what you believe around it.
Have you read Atomic Habits?
No.
Okay, all right. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, I've read the 7 habits of highly effective
Yes,
people.
yes.
So they speak of the same, analogy.
Sure.
Habits build you. You don't get to your goals just out of the blue by a train that gets you there fast enough. It's the little habits that you do every day.
Sure.
But before we look at the habits, right, we extract the habits, we look at them. What are these unproductive habits? A lot of my clients don't even know
that they
have unproductive.
Yeah.
A lot of your viewers are going to be shocked that they actually have. I'm going to give you examples now.
Yes, please.
Social media indulging. You know how much time people spend on social media? Are you making money, sir? On that platform? Are you making money?
It's entertainment.
What entertainment? What are you entertaining yourself
for? It's a feel-good drug.
For 6 hours.
Hey, food.
Scrolling on TikTok. Hey. How much are you making from that?
Zero, man.
So you need to be, as a business person, be cognizant of when you're spending time on social media, yes, you need to relax.
Yeah.
But let's not relax for over 2 hours.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
Let's start mangena ku Instagram. Train the mind because ngena ku Instagram to do research, to find out what people in my field are doing. Right? Change who you follow. You can't be following pages that are doing nothing for you and your brand.
Yes. Yekan laba bama BBL.
Ngatuyazi, because that's what I always say, that you are busy in
Exactly.
The whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And after the 2 hours, you haven't contacted a lead.
Yep.
You haven't posted any reel. You haven't looked at content that's going to
zero marketing.
Help you in your business. Zero marketing. And social media, I'm like, social media. And they're like, yeah, but we're working. Exactly. That's what I need you to be on social media doing.
Intentionally.
Intentionally. Habits like taking long breaks, long meetings. For 2 hours.
Perfect.
1 hour, straight to the point. If you have an agenda, that's another thing.
Yeah.
Why we are go meeting without an agenda?
Yeah. You know what it is? It gives us a false feeling of productivity. The fact that we're in a long meet.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
You're lying to your time. You're lying to your time. And you're stealing.
Yeah.
It's another form of procrastination. Because I couldn't do it. It's all because I had meetings. I was busy. Okay, we are all busy, honey. But is your busy producing the results you want? There's so many habits. TV.
Bruh.
Sleeping. Snoozing. Not returning phone calls. Not returning emails.
You see, those last two, I'm such a procrastinator on messages. I need to break it. I really need to break it. Yeah.
And that is the power.
I've identified it.
Identify it. Because you can't change it up until you are aware of what it is. I mean, on my live Instagram, we do a weekly training. It's a session, every Thursday 5:30,
sure,
where we do a weekly planning session.
Yes.
I take you through how I do my week, because they ask me, how are you able to attain so much? And I'm like, it's because I have a system and I work it. You can have all the tools in the world. If you're not going to work them, okay.
Talk to us about effective planning. When do we plan for the next week?
We plan this week.
So how do I stop hating Mondays? Talk to me first about that.
You plan for them. You plan exciting things for them. What did Mondays do to you?
I'm depressed on Monday.
Ngoba?
Everything on a Monday.
Yeah, you know why? Because they want to start the day on a high.
Yeah.
No, if we can have a community of, one of my mentors last week was telling me that she doesn't work on Monday.
Oh yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that. Yeah.
So maybe let's get to that. Ne? We have so many hours to be making money, and if your weekend is for family, let's have a day off, because resting is as important as the grind.
Yes.
So if everybody knows when a Monday are wins and who's going to ask you for things?
No, nobody.
So it's how we look at things.
Yes. The boundaries that we set for ourselves too, right?
And you teach. Remember, you teach people how to treat you.
Yes.
So if you don't like Monday, look at your belief system
around Monday. Yeah.
It's the belief. If you change the belief system, the belief system runs everything.
It does.
Whether or not you are able to attain your goals goes back to your belief system.
Wow.
And whether or not your life is the way you wanted it, I can trace it back to your belief system.
Sure.
So if the results you have now, are not the results you wanted
Yeah.
at the beginning of the year,
Yeah.
I can guarantee you, if I audit your belief system around the things you wanted, you did set goals, yes, but you didn't attain them.
Because.
Yes. And what else? Habits. Your time was stolen by unproductive habits. And you think, the problem is that you think you have time. You think tomorrow is coming. Okay, we'll see. So strategic planning. You have to plan the week. That's why I do that weekly planner on Thursdays.
Okay.
It's Thursday evening. Friday, nobody's really productive. So we are able to look at what you did Monday to Thursday.
So you're telling me I should basically start my week the previous Thursday, kinda. It's
Yeah.
planning for it, you know.
Yeah.
Ngavuki Monday morning. Okay. This week sends that.
Angwazi. I cannot wake up without knowing
Yeah.
what is happening
What's
in
gonna
my
happen.
week. I already do so many things.
Yeah.
If I'm just gonna show up, trust me, if you don't plan, your day will plan
Yes.
itself
for you. Yeah. People will plan your day for you.
People, circumstances. We talk about cause and effect.
Yeah.
If you don't plan, you're gonna live on the effect side
Sure,
of
sure,
things,
sure.
where things are happening on your behalf without you being in charge of it.
Sure.
Whereas when you live on the cause side,
Yeah.
you are in charge of your life.
Oh, yes.
100%.
Oh, yes.
That includes if you took a longer meeting, who's to blame? You.
Me. Yeah.
So what I do is I structure my meetings. Please come tomorrow to the 6:30.
Yeah.
I'll elaborate.
I want to jump on. Yeah.
But to summarize for this show, I plan my week. Okay, Mina, I do mine on Sunday.
Okay.
Because my Sunday are my rest days.
Sure.
But while I'm resting, I'm able to, think, it's okay, I need to move that activity to the next week.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even take me 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Planning your week doesn't take 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That is why people must start doing it, because it doesn't even take that long.
Yeah. You know what it is for me also? Sunday night anxiety.
Yeah. You know
It's
why?
because of this Monday thing, because I've not planned.
What you're doing. When you are not clear about where you're going. I mean, if in Suge from my place coming here and I didn't navigate, I didn't have an address, I didn't know who
You'd
I
be
was meeting.
anxious. Yeah.
How would I feel? How would I even get here?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it starts by planning. What do they say? When you aim at nothing,
You'll hit everything.
you will hit it
Everything, yes.
all the time.
Yeah.
If you aim at nothing,
Yeah.
you're on it.
Eish. What else do they say that if you don't know where you're going, every road takes you there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if the sign says take left,
Yeah.
Nangwe.
And we use so much energy on
Yeah.
non-productive
Yes.
stuff.
So like my clients will sit. You don't know. I wish you could see. Like, am I even allowed to record my sessions? But some of my clients are okay. We're gonna start recording. But
Sure.
when we do habits, one of my clients actually recorded herself crying after our session. Because I was like, nobody's coming for you.
No savior.
Nobody. You are on your own, child. But look at your habits. I mean, they are your habits and they are contributing towards you not getting the things you want.
Sure.
So it's easy to run away from the problems. And some of them they're not ready. They're not ready to look at them. They'll tell you 3 or 4. I'm like, no, this is your own personal exercise. I'm giving you the tool on how to do it. Whether or not you implement, that is you. Because that's what I do as a coach. I give you the tools and I show you how to do it.
And we must be honest to ourselves.
Yeah.
Stop fooling ourselves.
Faneke mawuzo yolala. When you audit your day, when you're doing things that you're thankful for, look at also what you were foolish about in your day. And not only do that, commit to changing it.
Yeah.
Come up with mini systems on, okay, I think I took a longer break.
Yeah.
Let me not do that.
Yeah.
Another thing, people eat on their desks. No, let's not do that.
Okay. So you eat away from the desk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try as often as you can. I mean, if you have deadlines, we get it. But as often as you can, away from. And smoke breaks are not even supposed to be longer than 5 minutes. But smokers, if they can calculate
20 minutes there outside
Yebo.
chatting.
Yebo. So it's a lot of small things. So
Yeah.
imagine if we have a look at all of these small,
Sure.
habits
Sure.
and start to work on them one by one.
Yeah.
We'll have more time to dedicate to the things we actually want
I get you.
versus focusing on the things we don't want. And the aim is to focus on what you want at all times.
I get you.
How are you
Powerful.
focusing on what you want if you are indulging in unproductive habits?
Yes, you don't have the energy
You
to do
know?
the right thing anyway.
Yeah,
after
so-
that. I get you.
So it's belief systems and habits and many more.
Yeah.
I do a lot.
Yeah, I hear you. Someone thinks that networking, they have to be an extrovert
Yeah, no.
to network and all of that. But the people who generally struggle with networking because of their makeup or because of whatever wrong ideas they have about networking. How can you help someone break that wall?
What's that again? Belief systems.
Again, yeah.
Like any problem, I trace it back to. You know? And I like how you said it in a different way, but again, it's belief systems.
Right.
And the question is, what do you want?
From that relationship?
Yes.
Okay.
If you're not clear from the onset about what you want to get out of it, therefore you're not going to give it your best. You will come up with the excuses. You will create an unproductive or belief system around it. But if you understand that without the network, there is no net worth,
Yes. Yes.
you will start looking at things differently.
Yes.
And we're not saying when you network, you need to be now speaking to people and standing in front of people all the time. There's different ways of network. Look at what you like. Like I said earlier, I do things I love. If I don't love it, I'm not doing it.
Sure.
That is why I don't even do laundry. I've never done laundry. I will never
You
do
hate laundry? All right.
And I was fortunate that my sister opened a laundry business.
And then
So I don't do things that I don't love. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
Because I'm on this world to
Yeah.
be super fulfilled.
Sure.
So people have to train themselves to focus on the things that they love. What was the
Sure.
question again?
About networking.
Network. What is it that you love when it comes to social life? That's the question you should ask yourself. So that you can do the networking in alignment with how you like to be social.
Right.
Not do the social because Coach Ama,
Yeah.
uyenza kanje.
Sure.
No.
Sure.
This is what Ama
I must find my flow. Yeah.
Yes. In that way, it's effortless for you. As a pushing.
Okay.
So the problem is just that.
Sure.
You're not doing it right.
How do you respond to the concept that if you need to learn to do the things you don't like so that you can live the life that you want? I think that's how we are conditioned.
I'm on 50-50 about it, right?
Okay. All right.
There's certain approaches to the way you look at. We've been talking about it the whole day. I need to be convinced that you genuinely don't like something, or are you just making an excuse, or you have a weird belief around
Yes,
it?
around it. Yeah.
So up until we've actually gone in deep down to find out what is at the root of it,
Yeah.
you can't use that.
Sure.
You can't say, I don't do that because I don't like it. I don't know that.
Sure.
Have you researched? But if you have, then you don't have to do it. That is why there's people who do that. That is why you consult.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
A lot of people ask me, Uguti, when we are all focusing on business, who's gonna do the work? Who's gonna hire other people? I'm like, we'll all be consultants.
Yes.
And everyone will be doing what they love.
We are working most, guys.
They don't see it. They think if you guys are all
Bosses.
business owners, so who's gonna work? But that is exactly what we're doing.
Entrepreneurship is delivering value.
Huh? I can have an office space that has a team of marketers, people who are very good at marketing, people who are very good at sales.
Yeah.
That is work.
Yeah. Then we'll do B2B all the way then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me throw a spanner in the work in this mindset thing, and that's on mental health. Right? For some people, they can argue, it's not that I've got bad mentality about stuff. I'm genuinely chemically not okay. Right? I've got a disease. I'm depressed. I've got anxiety. I've got schizophrenia. I'm bipolar. And as someone who also lives with mental health, I know that you can plan for a day, wake up in the morning, or at least try wake up in the morning, and your body and your mind just tells you, "Uzohamba wedwa."
Yeah.
We are not going there.
I love that.
How do you approach it?
I love that you brought that up. We are conditioned differently. We're brought up differently.
Yeah.
And I don't like medical terms,
Yeah. Okay.
but when a client comes to me and say they have a disorder, I want to know, how do you feel? So I focus on more, how do you feel? And that is why it's very, very important. Like when you join my live session on Thursday, you will see how I emphasize the state. It's very important to pay more attention to how you feel, because that drives the day. Like you said, if your body is not showing up, you're not gonna do the stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We can do a weekly planner all we want.
Yes.
But if your body's not showing up
don't have.
3 days a week,
Yeah.
you will be on 40% of the task that you were supposed to achieve.
Correct.
So the main thing, so I take you through the whole process, and the juice is in the state. You need to learn how to, master your state, because that sets the tone for the day.
Sure.
And people who have, I would say, lowered energy or misdirected energy, that's what causes diseases.
Okay.
I want to know, where's the pain?
Ooh.
How do you feel? And how do you know you're feeling that? Because there's always a trigger. Something will trigger you. If you're not feeling that 24 hours, there's a trigger. So we change in a way in which you're triggered.
I get you.
Yeah, it's that is why one-on-ones, even when because I'm designing an online platform for coaching, it's going to have an access to book a session.
Okay.
Because that's where it comes in handy. It's okay, it's well and proper, I want to do all of this, but I have this condition that is stopping me from being productive. And I want to work. Remember, I am mindset. We work behind the scenes. That includes your emotions. It includes your energies. It includes reprogramming the mind. So we do work on that.
That's
as well.
good. Man, you and I can talk the whole day. Whole day. It could be a 4-hour podcast.
Yes. Let's wrap it up. Meetings.
Listen, you've got an event coming up.
Yes.
It's a Masterclass.
Masterclass.
Yeah, tell us about that. We want to get plugged in, and we want to get plugged in with all your resources, all your programs, because I know there are a lot of people right now who are also feeling like myself that, I need Coach Ama.
Yes. like I said, we have a conditioning, right?
Right.
From childhood here too, conditions us, how we view the world and how we operate in it.
Sure.
The school did the same, society. If you don't learn to unlearn all these attributes that are not giving you the results that you want,
Sure.
you can dream all you want, but you will not attain that.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a business mindset masterclass to help you exactly with those.
Sure.
What is it that you want in your business? What is stopping you? Here are the tools to help you. And I've dedicated the whole day to do this because I want to, and I've limited the sitting because I want to pay attention to you, and so in the masterclass, we're going to look at unlearning, introducing new habits, changing the mindset around business, understanding how your mind works so that you can better work with it.
I get you.
We don't know how our minds work, therefore how am I going to maximize it? So you first have to learn that. And these are fundamentals that people don't look at.
Yeah.
Business owners don't look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, success is 80% psychology and 20% skill. And what are most entrepreneurs focusing on?
Skill, technical know-how.
And that takes you donkey years to get it right because it's all in the mind. If you can fix this, everything
You'll be okay.
finds itself.
Sure.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. When is the masterclass?
So the masterclass is on the 7th of October at Southern Sun in Senton.
Oh, nice.
Whole day. We start at 8,
Right.
finish at 7.
Okay.
I want to add value. I'm passionate about this.
Yeah.
By the time you leave there, you need to be very clear about what has been stopping you this entire time and how can you actually work on it.
Sure.
And how I design my coaching tools, you are able to use them for self-coaching.
Okay.
So you don't need me. As soon as I show you how it works, you can,
That's dope.
you need me when you need to move to the next phase
Sure.
of your business life. Yeah, so that's what we'll be focusing on. And I have my sales coach that I invited as well.
Sure.
Who's also a powerhouse, Vinesh Maharaj.
Right.
That one in sales, wow.
Yeah. The maverick.
Yeah, no, he shows up for it, and he will cut all of those excuses for you live.
Damn.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do that. We do it now.
Yeah.
Let's fix it now.
Yeah.
So that by the time you leave, you're confident in
Yes.
cold calling.
Awesome.
You're confident in follow up, because wealth is in the follow up.
Yes.
If you're not following up on your clients,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Good
yeah.
luck.
So the
with
people who
making
gain the most
profit.
value of this are business people. Is that who you want here?
Business people and aspiring business people.
Aspiring. All right.
People who want to start. Some may know what they want to start with, and others are not aware.
Okay.
And the beauty of what I do is I'm able to also help you find your niche.
Good. What should we bring? What do we need?
Bring a fresh mind.
Yeah.
Don't go partying the night before, because the event is on Saturday
Exciting
and people
food.
will be showing up. Here's a fun brain fact. When your mind is 10% dehydrated, it is 50% less efficient.
Oh my.
50.
Yes.
You dehydrate
Yes.
it for 10%,
Yes.
it can't function.
Guys,
Which
and
explains-
Bev dehydrates,
Which
guys.
explains hangover.
Yeah.
So please do not. That's the one thing. That's the only prerequisite. You can dress dress smart,
sure.
but bring your best brain.
Yeah.
Obviously the stresses, I can't say leave them at the door. I don't know why employers like to say that to employees, but bring your best mind.
Yeah.
Get good night's sleep.
Sure.
Hydrate.
Sure.
Show up. Food will be there.
Awesome. We are looking forward to it. Your website address and your handles, please.
Right. My website is coachamawealth.com.
Okay.
So coach like
Coach
soccer
Ama Wealth. Yeah.
coach, and then Ama AMA wealth Mali
Yes.
.com.
Yes.
And then my socials, Coach Ama Wealth.
Awesome. stuff.
Instagram, TikTok,
Yes.
same handle at
Right.
Coach Ama Wealth.
And you said there's a Thursday session every Thursday.
Every Thursday we do a weekly planning
Is
session
that on Instagram Live?
live on Instagram. Yes.
All right.
We're still growing our following on TikTok. So that we can broadcast on all. But so I'm learning the platforms. It's exciting.
Yes.
Where I can broadcast at one go through all the platforms.
Awesome stuff,
Yeah.
man. You've been amazing.
Thank you so much for having
I
me.
still have a list of questions, but we'll keep it for the 7th.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. This
Dope.
was refreshing,
Yeah.
and I'm very appreciative of the platform.
My pleasure.
And
Yeah.
May it grow.
I'm gonna need you back at some point. Please say yes.
Anytime. Anytime. You just
Thank
hit
you.
me up like,
Yes.
I don't have guests on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Or maybe you thought of a topic.
that
or,
we can tackle.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm up for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Ama Mohapi, one of the really, and I'm not even buying her fish, she's one of the best minds I've spoken to. And I want you to please take advantage of this event that's coming up on the 7th of October. Go on her website, go on her socials, register, and make the payment and seal it and make sure that you're going. It's going to value you. Sometimes when we have events, people ask, how much is it? Is it expensive? Someone taught me something. It's cheaper than your mistakes.
Yes. It's going to save you so much money.
It's cheaper than your mistakes.
Yeah.
So let us be a people that's hungry for knowledge. And please, this is one lady, one voice in our nation, in our continent that we should follow. Coach Ama Mohapi. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, please, to this channel. Please like, share, comment, and do all the lively things. From me and Coach Ama, God bless you.
Enjoy.
Thank you. I love that.
Thank you.